Hey, good afternoon. Dr. Shankopotamus here, working in the daughter of Shankopotamus bathroom. There is a video where I cleaned out the drain down there that I'm hoping to post. Pretty nasty video. Makes me gag just thinking about it. It's very nasty. But anyway, if you're having hair clogging your sink, I'll show you how to get, or clogging your drain, I'll show you how to get that out of there. How you can fix that up. Today our problem is what most people call the spout or the spigot down there. Technically it's called a diverter, okay? And the reason it's called a diverter is because it diverts the water from coming out of the spout to coming out of the shower head, right? And inside, let me zoom out and I'll show you what's up with that one. This is the replacement, and you see how see up inside when you pull up? Now there's a pipe that goes down in there. This is hard to see, but all the way at the bottom, when you lift this up, it seals off this pipe coming down, and so the water is forced to go out and up. Path of least resistance, right? When this is wide open, water pours over the top of it and comes out. Nothing goes up to the shower because it's higher up. You need more pressure, slightly more pressure to get up there, and it all pours out here. So it's a diverter. It diverts it from down here up into the shower head, okay? So let me show you what's going on. Most of these things, well, I say most, you have two options. You can have a screw on or push on to a 1/2 inch pipe, or is it 3/4 inch pipe? I think it's the other size pipe. But let me turn the water on. I'll show you what our problem is here. And so when your diverter starts to not divert anymore, I'll show you what the problem is too. So we get the water on, and obviously we're coming out the bottom, right? We pull our diverter to go to the shower, and you see we still got water coming out the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that with the light, but let me zoom on in. There you go, you can see that. Plenty of water still coming out the diverter, and not all of it's going up to the shower head, so it decreases your pressure there. Okay, so let me get this off and we'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so after turn the water off like I did there, and then you can hear the last of it dripping out, go ahead and push the top of your diverter back down so as much water as possible comes back down and out your diverter and drains through the tub. And for the ones that screw on, it's actually very simple. I've done several screw-ons. I've not done one that is pushed on or kind of clamped on, I guess. All the ones I've done have a little attachment for screwing on, so it's pretty simple. If you can't get a hold of it, this one's already loose because I've been messing with it, but what you can do is put something up underneath here. They recommend like a end of a broom handle, something about that size, so you can get a hold of it and get it to start to turn, okay? But I've taken this one off to check it to see what was going on with it, so it's pretty easy. You pretty much just right here, and it'll screw right off. Look at that. This you can see where this has screws right there, where it screws on right there. See that? So it screws into here. So this thing really should be coming out if you can get it. You actually have to screw it the first part of the way, then get it going. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's in there. When you look up at the bottom of this diverter, you can actually see how this end part, which is plastic, has bent over time. It's bent out right there. And so the water comes around. When this diverter goes up, and should seal and cause the water to just not come out at all, so then it goes up the plumbing into the shower head. This one, when you pull up, it doesn't all go up into the shower head. It doesn't seal like it should. So, and you'll see on the back end here, kind of dirty, messy, okay? You're gonna want to clean all this off, and you'll need to reseal it. You need to I'm gonna get a little brush, a little metal brush. That's what it's gonna take. So I'll get a little metal brush, get everything off of there. What's on there, let me zoom in, is your Teflon tape that the plumber put on there. There we go, sorry. Teflon tape around there. So you want to clean the side. Let's clean off the tape, and I'll show you what we got. All right, so we're part of the way there. Just finished scrubbing the old Teflon tape off, and you can see how much cleaner it looks now. All you need, I'll zoom back out, just a brush, metal brush like that. Went after it with that, and a little bit of cleaner. There's like some regular cleaner we use around the house. Next step is to get the rest of that like sealant, silicone sealant and stuff that's around it. And I might just have to run to the store and buy some of my own. I think I might be out there. Let me show you what I'm using. Oh, here it is. Sorry for going in front of the camera. Hold on one second. Here we go. Okay. So a little scraper like this is really handy, just to razor blade, flat blade goes into there. Slide it in, lock it down, pop. So I'm gonna take this, scrape off the remainder of the sealant that they had put on there, and then we'll go to work getting it back on. Alrighty. All right, so we're all cleaned off. I will say, depending on what your tub, your shower wall is made out of, you have to be careful with scraping and everything. You might cause some little scratches or scrapes or something on the surface. I'm not really that worried about it. It's here in the daughter Shankopotamus bathroom, and this new one is going to kind of cover that whole area. So a little bit of scrape on there, no big deal. All right, so let's pick up our new diverter. And like I mentioned before, I think I showed you, hard to see down in there. Whoops, yeah, just not enough light to really get down in there. But this one came with a piece, here you go, that fits down into it and screws in. All right, so after a quick review of the instructions, which is always not a bad idea, they recommend installing this onto the wall first, and then putting your diverter on. So that's what I'll do. I'll put on this spacer. Here we go. And then there is a little rubber seal that goes inside of here, and then I'll screw this onto the wall, and I'll show you where we are once we're at that point. Putting Teflon in between each one of these as we go through them. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, since we're going to wrap Teflon, I'll show you how you want to wrap your Teflon. And the way you decide on your Teflon wrap is which direction you are screwing on, okay? Whatever's going around the outside of this tape, because as this one in this case is going to go on, you know, it's almost all of them are the same righty-tighty, right? So we're going to go on like this. And since we're going on like this, you want the tape to go this way so that the end of the free end of the tape is facing this way. So when you turn, it pulls the tape tighter. If you put the tape on the other direction and you turn, you're going against the way the tape is on your pipe, and it tends to loosen up the tape as it spins and turns. So you want to be in the same direction like this as you're going to be putting it onto the pipe, and you don't want any tape coming out over here that might go into the flow. Okay, if that does happen to you, you don't have to start all over. This tape is pretty prone to be able to peel it off, if you will. And so if you get too much tape that's out here, you just around with your thumb or a knife or something and just take it off. And you can leave the tape on the threads and have it working. So that should be good. These are some pretty deep threads, and that'll do it. So okay, we'll go on with this next part. Here we go. Okay, so we've got this extension on. We're attached back here, all Tefloned up. One thing with this particular diverter, I don't even know what brand it was, but it comes with a rubber gasket that goes inside. That, for getting back to the wall, that's just too thick. So essentially this is the same size, just 3/4 the same size as a garden hose. So I took a garden hose gasket and put it into there. Gets the same seal, but definitely much thinner to let me get closer to the wall once I'm screwed in. And so now I already did a test on this to get it up there, and this goes all the way up to the wall. And then of course once you get this on, I'll show you where it's on the wall, you do need to seal around it with silicone, okay, with bathtub caulking, some kind of silicone. This one also has a little drain. Let me see here. This one also has a little drain in the bottom for if water starts to blow back, blow back into here for some reason. It'll come out here first, and you can tell you've got a leak, hopefully before it goes back behind the wall. All right, so our diverter is back on. I've got it tightened down here against the wall. Don't forget to seal with your tub and tile, bathroom caulking, whatever you want to use for it. Okay, a lot of different sealants out there that you can use. Just to give you an example, this is what I'm going to use. Most of this has been used up, but there's enough left to do this job. So I'm just using this because this is what I've got around the house. So I don't have to go back to the store to pick any up. But you want something that's kitchen and bath, sealant, silicone, whatever is going on. This one is white to match the side, the bathtub wall. They can get clear, whatever. But anyway, this is what I'm using to seal it up with. And I'll show you now. Once you turn it on, pull the diverter up. It's once it gets going, there's just one little bitty drip out of the bottom, and then it goes down to nothing coming out the bottom once it starts going. So there we go. So that's replacing the diverter, or faucet if you want to call it, on your tub and shower combination. And Dr. Shankopotamus here. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you liked it, thumbs up. Constructive criticism is always appreciated. And if you really like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll post more things when I fix them. Y'all have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.